Christina from Yoga Lab, and today we're going to have a look at Sun Salutations. You've probably heard about Sun Salutations before. It's a really great practice to get flexibility, strength, balance, and basically every advantage that you can get from a yoga practice. And I think the Sun Salutation is a really great practice to also adjust a little bit. So I'm going to show you the classical version, which you can totally use for your own practice. But then we're also going to have a little bit of a variation of the Sun Salutation, which you can incorporate in your own practice, or you stick with the classical version, whichever one you prefer. Good. So we're going to start the Sun Salutation at the beginning of the mat. We're going to press our feet firmly into the ground. We're going to have the pelvic floor engaged, core is long. And then we take a deep breath in, lifting the arms up. Exhale, sinking down into forward fold. And I like to do this a little bit like just stretching out, wiggling a little bit into that forward fold, maybe wiggling your head a bit. It's the first forward fold of the day. Good, and then from here you bring your hands onto your shins, underneath the knees. You're lengthening the spine, shoulders come back. Make sure that your knees are slightly bent. Exhaling, sinking back into the forward fold. And then from here, take a deep breath in, bring your right foot back, right knee comes to the ground. Inhale, lifting up. So here we're stretching out the front part of the body. Exhale. Bringing the hands down, coming into a plank. Make sure your core is active. So we're not hanging, we're having an active core. And then bring your knees, chest and chin down to the ground. And I like to bring my hands a little bit more forward, keeping the chin tucked under. Slowly rolling up the spine. Bringing the chest forward, neck and shoulders are relaxed for Cobra. Take a couple of breaths here. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Exhale, slowly bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Push back up into a downward facing dog. And again, it's the first dog of today, so we're just going to walk that dog a little bit. Meaning we bend the knees. If you're feeling quite stiff, you can always bend your knees and lengthen the back a little bit more. And then from here, slowly start to stretch out the legs. And then take a deep breath in, bring your right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, slowly bring your hands down, step your left foot to the right, come back into forward fold. Inhale, gently, gently, starting to roll up, lifting your arms over your head. Exhale, bring your hands in front of the heart. Inhale, lifting up, again stretching out. Exhale, sinking down into forward fold. Let your neck relax, let the head hang. Inhale, bring your hands onto your shins, lengthening. Exhaling down. Inhale, this time step the left foot back, left knee comes to the ground. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bring the hands down to the ground, step back into plank again. Remember to engage the core, remember to engage the pelvic floor. Exhale, bring your knees, chest and chin down to the ground. Keep your chin tucked under, rolling up. Just come as high as your spine allows it today. In case that you feel a bit tense in the lower back, you can always sink a little bit more down. If your spine allows it and it feels good, you can also come higher up. Exhale, gently push back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up into the sky. Exhale, step your left foot in between your hands, right knee comes to the ground. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale. Stepping forward into forward fold. If you like, you can always bring your hands into your elbows and just swing a little bit from side to side to help you with that relaxation. And then from here, gently, gently lifting up again, bringing your arms over your head. Exhale, bringing the hands in front of the heart. So that's the very classical version of Sun Salutation. And then in the next version, we're going to start adding some more movements to it. So we inhale, we lift up. Exhale, sinking down. Inhale, lengthening the back. Exhale, bring the arms back. Inhale, lengthen, keep your core active. Exhale, back. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, back. Inhale, lengthen one more time. Hold it here. Keep your core active. Pelvic floor is engaged. Knees are slightly bent. The back is long. And exhale, gently release. Inhale, bring your right foot back. Right knee comes down to the ground. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, bring your arms to the side in a cactus arm position. Keep your core strong. Fingers are active. We're opening the chest here. Exhale, slowly bring your hands down, step back into your plank. Inhale, bring your right knee to the right upper arm. Exhale, back. Inhale, bring the left knee to the left upper arm. Exhale, back. Exhale, bring your knees, chest and chin down to the ground. And from here, bring your hands on the outside of the mat. With your fingertips on the ground, lift your elbows up. Inhale, lifting up. Into a cactus arm version. And here you can roll out your shoulders. And then exhale, bring one shoulder down to the ground. And then the other. A nice version is also to lift up. Exhale, sinking down. Inhale, rolling back up. How you can roll out the spine. And then from here, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift back up into downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your right leg up. Exhale, bend your right knee, open up the right hip. Deep breaths here. Maybe you can even place your left foot all the way down on the ground. Inhale, lifting your right leg back up. Step your right foot in between the hands, left knee comes to the ground. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, bring your hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bring your hands down. And step forward into forward fold. Taking a couple of breaths here. And then bring your feet a little bit apart, bend your knees. Inhale, lifting up into a chair pose. Again, make sure your spine is long, your core is engaged, your pelvic floor is engaged. Shoulders are relaxed. And inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bring your hands in front of the heart. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, sinking down. Inhale, bring your hands onto your shins, lengthening the back again. Make sure your shoulders are back. Exhale, bring your arms back. Inhale, lengthening, keep your core active. Exhale, slow movements back. Neck is long. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back. Inhale, lengthen. Hold it here again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Take your moment here to just breathe. Inhale, step your left foot back. Left knee comes to the ground. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bring the arms to the side. Good. Opening the chest. You can always play a little bit by bringing the elbows even more back to open up the rib cage here. Exhale, bring your hands down, step back into your plank. Inhale, bring your left knee to the left upper arm. Exhale, back. Inhale, step it over to the right upper arm. Exhale, back. Bring your knees, chest and chin down to the ground. And let's come back into those cactus arm cobra again. And here you can just release. You have quite a lot of freedom in this pose because it's a little bit less tense than a normal classical cobra. And then exhale, gently push back into your downward facing dog. Taking a moment here to breathe. Inhale, lift your left leg up, bend your left knee, open up the left hip. You're feeling a nice stretch in your belly area, opening the hips at the same time and stretching out the right leg. And then inhale, lengthen the left leg, exhale, step your left foot in between the hands, right knee comes down. Inhale, lifting high up, exhale. Bring the hands behind the back, opening up the chest. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bring your hands down to the ground, step your right foot forward. Lengthening the spine, maybe again, give yourself a bit of space. And then from here, bring your feet apart, bend your knees, inhale, lifting up into chair pose. And inhale, slowly lifting up, exhaling down. Last one. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, sinking down. Inhale, bring your right hand onto the floor. Inhale, your left arm up. Good. Feeling that stretch in the left side of the body. Exhale down. Inhale, bring your right arm up. Bending the left knee. Exhaling down. Inhale, step your right foot back. Keep your right knee off the ground. Place the right hand onto the floor. Inhale, left arm reaches high up. And then from here, this is a little bit more tricky. You're gonna lift up. You're gonna come into a twist. Now, if this feels difficult, you can always place your right knee on the ground. But see if you can keep it up. We're gonna look over to the left hand. And then we take a deep breath in. You're gonna bring the right arm up. Left hand comes to the right thigh. Exhale and slowly come back into center. From here, place your right arm on top of the left thigh. Bring your left arm forward, reaching forward, strengthening and lengthening. Inhale, gently come back into the center. Look one more time at your left thumb. And then bring your hands in front of the heart. Place your right arm on top of the left thigh, opening up. So here you really want to turn up, opening the chest, and then open up the arms. Good. And then from here, slowly come back up into high lunge. Exhale, placing your hands down, step back into plank. Take a moment here to just breathe. And then exhale, bring your knees, chest and chin down to the ground. Inhale, coming back up into cobra. Deep breath here. Allowing the shoulders to relax. Exhale, moving back into downward facing dog. And from here, stay in that dog and take a deep breath and bring your right hand over to your left leg, looking underneath your left shoulder up towards the ceiling. Nice twist here. And then inhale, gently come back. Exhale, go to the other side. Inhale, slowly come back. Lift your right arm up, exhale, right leg up, exhale, step your right foot in between the hands. Inhale, lifting up into warrior one. So you can place your foot down with the whole heel down or maybe a little bit higher depending on your flexibility. And then from here, bring your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, opening up the chest. Exhale, sinking down into a humble warrior. Here, make sure you're not leaning onto your right knee or onto your right thigh, but having the shoulder next to the leg. And then from here, gently lifting back up. Lift your arms up over your head. Exhale, step forward. Coming back into a forward fold. Deep breaths here. And inhale, gently lifting back up. take a moment here to just breathe. Closing your eyes, finding your center again. Good, last side. Inhale, lifting high up. Exhale, sinking down. Inhale, keep your left hand on the ground, bend your left knee. Inhale, lift your right arm again, up into the sky, opening the chest. Exhale, back down. Inhale, bring the left arm up. Exhale, slowly move back down. Inhale, bring your left foot back. Good, left knee stays off the ground, left hand comes onto the floor. Inhale, right arm lifts up. Good. So here it's all about lengthening and strengthening at the same time. And then we take a deep breath in, you're gonna lift up high, high, high. We're gonna come back into that twist. This time we look towards the right thumb. Again, you can bring your left knee down if balance is an issue for you today. And then inhale, lift your front arm up, reaching high. Exhale, coming back. From here, bring your left forearm onto your right thigh. Bring your right arm forward, like you want to reach the front of the room to really lengthen that fascia in your right body. Inhale, coming back. And from here again, bring the hands in front of the heart, placing the left upper arm on top and opening the arms. And slowly come back into your high lunge. Exhale, place your hands down, step back into plank. Again, taking a minute here to just strengthen and even out. Exhale, bring your knees, chest and chin down to the ground. Inhale, coming back up into a cobra. See if you need to roll out the shoulders. Another nice way to relax the neck a little bit more is to just let the head hang. So it gives you a stretch into the neck area. And then exhale, slowly move back into your downward facing dog. And from here, one more time, bring your right hand over to the left leg. Look underneath your left shoulder up. Keep that strength. Inhale, come back. Exhale, moving over to the right. Left hand touches the right leg. And of course, you're always welcome to hold it a little bit higher or a little bit deeper, depending on your flexibility. And then slowly move back. Inhale, lift your left leg off the floor. Exhale, step your left foot in between the hands. Place your right foot down for warrior one. And inhale. Lifting up into warrior one. Again, here you want to have the pelvis parallel to the short side of the mat. So I always advise to have the feet a little bit apart. Core is active. Inhale, looking up. Think a bit deeper. And from here, bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, opening up the chest again. Exhale, sinking down into your humble warrior. Inhale, lifting up. Bring your arms up over your head. Exhale, bring your hands down, step forward. And then from here, just take a couple more breaths. And bring your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, let your hands drop forward towards the front of the room, just to lengthen that spine a little bit more, and open the arms and the shoulders at the same time. And from here, slowly release. Inhale, coming back up. Lifting high up. Exhaling down. And from here, just bring your feet a step back. Coming down onto your mat. Bring your knees a little bit apart and come into a child's